Hi, good morning, guys. Good morning. Am I audible? Manoj, Muyaksil. Mansoor, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's start from where we had stopped yesterday. So in the yesterday's class, what we had seen was we had seen two cube programs, guys. We had seen two cube programs. So the first cube program was once again. The first cube program, in the first cube program, what we did was we interacted with respect to the mouse and we interacted with respect to the keyboard. Okay, let us see the same programs today also, and let us see few more topics. So in computer graphics, guys, what we can do is with respect to the geometric objects what we have created, we can interact with them also. It's not only the creation of geometric objects. What we can do is we can even interact with those things. We can interact with the devices through the input devices. The major input devices what we have is we have the keyboard and mouse, right? So with the keyboard and mouse, what we are having, we can interact with the geometric objects what we have created. I had given you an assignment yesterday. This one quiz. Please take up that one. See, now what we have done is in this program we have created a cube, guys. So which will be rotating. So what we can do is we can control the rotation of the cube using the mouse buttons. So if I press the center button, it is going to rotate in y-axis. If I press the right button, it is going to rotate in one axis. If I press the left button, it is going to rotate in one axis. See here, as I am pressing the center button of my laptop, left button of my laptop, and the center button of the laptop. So what it is happening is the cube is rotating with respect to x, y, z axis. So the in the code, what we have done the changes is, see here, what we have done the changes is we have assigned the keys, guys. See here, first what we have done is we have invoked the mouse function. We have invoked the mouse function, and what we have done is we have assigned the left button, the right button and the middle button, x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. So by pressing upon those buttons, what happens is the cube is going to rotate. The cube is going to rotate with respect to the assigned buttons. So see here, okay. Let me change the states. Like axis 0 is the right. Let me give it as 1. Let me give it as this as 2, and let me give this as 0. So what I'm going to do is now in this program, what I've done is I've changed the axis, guys, for the left button, for the middle button, and for the right button. I have changed the axes. So let me see what will be the output. Now cube is rotating. If I press center button, now it is changed the rotation. If I press the right button, if I press the left button, the cube is rotating. So this can be done using a mouse. In the same way, we had seen another program also, interaction with respect to keyboard. We had seen interaction with respect to keyboard, guys. Let me check that program. This is one more program. So in this program, what we are doing is we are changing the spinning of the cube with respect to X, Y, Z buttons. Let's see. So in this program, what we are going to do is we are going to interact with respect to keyboard by pressing the X, Y, Z buttons of my keyboard. So here once again a cube is there. If I press the capital X, it is going to zoom out. If I press capital X, it is going to zoom in. Y, capital Y, Z, capital Z. So zoom in and zoom out option is available. So guys, what we can do is for any of the programs, guys, for any of the programs what we have created, we can interact the geometric objects what we have created with respect to keyboard and mouse and other input devices. So now right now what we are using is we are using just the keyboard and mouse as the input devices. So what we can do is we can interact with the devices. We can interact with the geometric objects what we have created with the available input devices. So the available input devices with us right now are the cube and the keyboard and mouse. Those are the two input devices available for us. So we can interact with that one. So what you people can do is if you are willing to do any mini project on your own, like our friend Mahima, she has done, right? So what you can do is you can create just a simple, okay, Sierpinski gasket program is there, right? Sierpinski gasket program is there for you people. You can interact with the same Sierpinski gasket geometric object with respect to the mouse and keyboard. That's more than enough. It's not like you should take reference from anyone or you should take help of anyone. For the just simple geometric object for the first program what we had seen, Sierpinski gasket we had seen, right? For that you include these lines of code. and try to interact. That will be the biggest thing what you can do, guys, at that moment, at this moment. Okay, don't take the complicated projects, okay, where you don't understand anything. For the simple geometric objects what you have created, if you want, you can take the simple triangle only. You just take a triangle and you try to interact with that triangle with respect to keyboard and mouse. So the two examples I have given, let's go through the syllabus. So first, in mouse, guys, what we can do is we can pick a mouse and we can move the mouse. Two things we can do, guys. So what we can do is we can move the cursor of the mouse from one position to the other position. Sharing. So what we can do is in the mouse, what we can do is we can do two things. First, we can move the cursor from one point to the other point. So next, what we can do is we can pick a location on the screen. Those two things we can do with respect to mouse. So two events we can do. One is move event and the mouse event. Let's go through this one. So first we need to invoke the mouse function using this line. Void my mouse int button int state int x comma int y. So even he has given the example here. So next we shall see how to interact with this particular keyboard. We need to invoke this function, guys. Glut mouse function, my mouse. So this is interaction with respect to mouse. And let us see how to interact with respect to a keyboard, guys. So here we need to invoke one function called as void my key. Your keyboard function. We need to invoke this function, my glut keyboard function, my key. So let me discuss one more thing. Mahima, Manoj, Kavya, Kaif,
Yes, sir.
Bashyam,
Yes, sir.
those who are really attentive in the class, even everyone is attentive, but they are a little bit shy, I think, to respond. Do one thing, Mahima. You for the Sirpinski gasket, Manoj, you also. Hey, everyone, man. because I have interacted with them many times, so their names are in my mouth when I'm doing CG class for you people. Do guys do one thing, just to give a try. Like for the Sierpinski cascade, don't take any other program. For the Sierpinski cascade, try to interact with the Sierpinski cascade with respect to keyboard, mouse, and keyboard and mouse, XYZ axis. Try to do, Manoj, everyone, and you take your time. It is not an assignment or anything. Just for your knowledge purpose, I am sharing to you. You just give a try. Like for the Sierpinski cascade program, what we had done the first program, right? So for that same program, you try to invoke that program using the keyboard and mouse functions, like the cube, what we have done, right? The same thing you try. Okay. So next, what we can do is you try, pa. Let us see where we are going to end up. So next, what we can do is we can create multiple windows, guys, and we can decide upon in which window the output should be displayed using this function. These are the Windows events. So let us go through that one in the next. First, we shall see the Windows event. So what happens is we need a function to display the window, guys, from one corner to the other corner. If we drag the window, its position is changed, right? So even we need functions for that one. So here, see here, the same window. What I can do is I can drag it from anywhere on the screen. So we need functions to operate for this one also. See here, I am dragging the window, output window. I can drag it anywhere. See here, this is the thing, right? So we need mechanisms to control even this one. Okay. So that is achieved by this function. Void my reshape. MS Teams ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. So next what we can do is we can create a number of windows, guys. So what we can do is we can create our own windows and we can use that window to display, guys, the output. So next what we can do is we can create even the pop-up menus. We can create our own pop-up menus with the function by name glut create menu. We can use this function glut create menu and we can create our own pop-up window. If possible, anyone try to do the mini project on coronavirus image, if possible. Guys, if I am correct, today's date is 8th July. So by the end of this month, you will be having your third internals. So before August 15th, guys, you people will be having your first exam. I don't know whether it will be theory or lab. So I have made it as an habit to remind you people. I don't know how you people are going to take up that one. By the way, you people have taken up the internals. It seems like everyone will get above 90 in the examination. No one is going to get. Let me discuss about that one after this menu. So picking, let's discuss in the tomorrow's class. Seriously, guys, by the way, you people have written the first internals. It seems like everyone is going to first and second internals. It seems like everyone is going to get above 90. Super answers. Okay, but what about the examination, guys? Because for the final exams, it won't be the same setup. Huh? ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಓಕೆ, be little bit serious. Now guys, if you see the fifth sem results, scoring 35 to 50 was not a big thing. Now the matter to be taken seriously is the marks from 50 to 65. To score 35 to 50, it is very easy because you people have completed your fifth sem and you might have written some 10 plus 12. You people have written 22 to 23 examinations subjects. You people have mastered in writing exams in video. But as of now, earlier it was tough for you people. In the first and second sem, your target was 30 to 50. Next 40 to 55. Now it should be somewhere around 50 to 65. Seventh sem 55 to 70. Eighth sem 60 to 80. That the graph should increase. Okay, you people are new to VTU. You people had some difficulties, so you may not have been performed in the first, second sem. In the fifth, sixth sem, guys, your target should be somewhere around 50 to 70. Easily you can achieve if you go through the subjects also. Web, CG, and all. Limited portion is there. In that, some selected topics are there, which if you read in a subject 15 questions, you can get more than 50 to 60. So prepare well, guys. Don't neglect. Okay. So most probably you may have some offline classes before you people go to the online classes. This one, before you people go to the examination, you people will get a chance to attend some offline classes somewhere in this month. Okay, be prepared, be ready for the examinations, guys. That's what I wanted to share with you people. I've shared it many times with you people. I don't know to what extent you people are receiving that one. Okay. Okay, guys. The menu topic we shall discuss tomorrow. Please take up the quiz, guys. I have given the third quiz. I have given the third quiz in the assignments. You please take up that one.